Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Fitness Friday Posi-TIPS with Rachelle. It is always great to be here with you on Fitness Friday, the best day of the week. Gotta love it. Folks, I'm actually interrupting this leadership series. I know I was supposed to discuss leadership purpose today. Actually going to postpone that until next week. But in the spirit of leadership, I actually want to drop in this episode here on the coronavirus. Super important topic, has ramification for gym and fitness facility goers and members, as well as those in leadership roles and those who own gyms and run them. So I want to talk about both perspectives in this particular episode. But folks, as I kick off this episode, I have to tell you, and I'm actually going to formally talk about it next time when it talks about leadership purpose. You all heard about Battleground Michigan, yada, yada, yada. As far as the election is concerned, and this is not going to be a political conversation, and it's not going to be a political conversation next week when I discuss it, but what I do want to talk about was for the first time ever, I served as a poll worker at Precinct 13 here in Novi-Michigan, and it was an absolute blast. I know some of you were thinking only Rachelle would have a blast working as a poll worker, but folks absolutely loved it, had a blast, and so I'll share more about that next time as it relates to leadership purpose. But can't wait to share the highlights of that exciting, fun day interacting with people and all of that with you next time. But folks, on to the important topic of the coronavirus, and what really spurred my interest, or actually decision, to drop in this particular episode. This is going to be a very short episode relative to my others. But I read this article that actually appeared in usatoday.com. Dalvin Brown wrote it. The original publication date was March 3rd, 2020 at 7:31 p.m. But the article was updated on March 4th at 2:23 p.m. The title of this article, and it was actually in the text section of that particular publication, newspaper, title of this is Coronavirus Concerns, People Working Out at Home to Avoid Contact at the Gym. And so I read this, and it really kind of, really got me thinking, and I said, you know what, I should just drop in a quick episode, and that's what I'm doing right now. And so folks, I'm actually going to share a few parts of this particular article and just share some thoughts, some quick thoughts. And then I've actually got a cool announcement at the end of this episode. Cool announcement. So hang in there for that. Hang in there for that. But let me start off by highlighting, I'm just going to highlight a few paragraphs from this very, very relevant article to what's going on today, but also gym operations, quite frankly. Obi Mora's New Year's resolution was to be more physically active. Mora, a 30-year-old mortgage specialist, joined 24-Hour Fitness late last year and started working out at the gym 3 times a week in January. That is, until news of coronavirus hit the U.S. I'm legit worried about catching it, said Mora of Dallas. I saw rumors online saying that it was in Texas. It made me paranoid that if I do go to the gym, I would need gloves, disinfectant wipes, and all these things to make sure I'm healthy. Now she's choosing to work out at home instead. The World Health Organization isn't urging people to avoid fitness centers. However, there is hysteria surrounding being in enclosed spaces where bacteria, heavy breathing, and warm, moist air are commonplace. Some home, and this is why it was in the tech sector, it'll make sense now. Some home fitness apps report seeing a surge in users since the outbreak began spreading beyond China. Stock market analysts say apps and home gym equipment companies like Peloton will likely see a boost in subscribers as more fitness enthusiasts stay indoors. And doctors say, calm down. Contagion at the gym is not very likely if you simply wash your hands. Let me scroll down here a little bit. And this is not, let me just quickly delve and just take a little break here. Digress. This is not investing advice. It never is on my episodes, but this was actually in the tech sector. Now it makes perfect sense, I'm sure, to you as well, why this particular article appeared in the tech sector. But this is not stock advice, not stock recommendations, not highlighting these companies apart from the fact that they were just simply included in this article. All right, next, Fiton a digital fitness company that offers app-based workout classes with celebrities, has experienced a 200% surge in users in January. The company says it can't pin the rise in downloads to coronavirus fears directly, as winter temperatures and New Year's resolutions also factor in. But the startup's founder said it's possible that there is an undercurrent of people or choosing apps as a way to avoid getting sick. We're definitely seeing exceptionally strong growth from people working out from home and a strong increase in usage over the past several weeks, said Cook, a former Fitbit executive. She added that the access to trainers in your living room and not having to worry about the germs or the fees at the gym could have contributed to the boom. Overall, U.S. mobile downloads of health and fitness apps were up 5% over last year in February, according to the mobile insights and analytics platform App Annie. In January, the platform noted a 40% jump in app installs from December 2019. Let me scroll down a little bit because that's some more giving, background information on some of these companies that could be, more stock investing related. Don't want to include that on this episode. And it says, Needham analyst Laura Martin said Peloton, along with other home-based services, are positioned to benefit from outbreak as consumers worry about getting sick outside. People will be reluctant to go to the gym as much if they are worried about contagion, Martin said. They would be more likely to buy a Peloton bike. Use it at home for a month or two until coronavirus fear passes, rather than go to the gym and risk getting sick from touching a barbell. All right, it goes on to talk about Peloton and when they went public, not highlighting that. Scrolling on down to how some fitness entities are dealing with the coronavirus in terms of communicating with members, prospective members, whatever the case may be. All right, it says Equinox, in the bougie boutique fitness chain, very expensive. Equinox sent a mass email reminding club members to utilize disinfectant wipes. Boutique Nasty Habit CrossFit in Boston sent a note urging its members to keep your germs at home. Instructors at Bella Prana Yoga in Tampa, Florida will be limiting hands-on contact with studio goers in the wake of the illness. A Planet Fitness in Denton, Texas took a different approach, according to a 22-year-old Tanea Aleman. For the past 2 years, gym goers would hand their membership badges to a receptionist. I need to digress here for a second. When I saw receptionist, I'm thinking Planet Fitness has receptionists. I've never, in the clubs, whatever, but that's what the article says. Receptionist who scans them in, Aleman said. But in the wake of the spreading illness, the receptionist pointed to the scanner and goes, "You scan it. We're trying to stop coronavirus from spreading." And it goes on to say, much of the fear surrounding the outbreak is valid. There's still some mystery surrounding the respiratory illness, which has popped up in parts of the U.S., and studies have shown that gym equipment harbors more germs than toilet seats. Still, medical professionals say the odds of catching a virus while working out are negligible at best. If you walk by someone who's 15 feet away at the gym, the risk of exposure is low if they don't sneeze or cough, said Larry Burchett, a board-certified family physician and ER doctor. And so we're going to scroll down here a little bit. Wiping equipment down with sanitary wipes might also help, Burchett added. Until the outbreak is under control, Maura, who has a 24-hour fitness membership, is opting to exercise at home. I have boxing gloves, a jump rope, and light weights under 30 pounds. So I'm good, Maura said. I also thought about canceling my membership, but I'm still within the commitment period. End of article. So I read that and I thought wow, this is really, really good information. And so my workouts have not changed. I do not plan on changing them. And so that's kind of where I stand currently. But if things should just get horrible, whatever in the country, and places are shutting down, and there's advisories against those type of things, I've already got a backup plan. Because the coronavirus is not going to kill my fitness journey. I mean, it's just not. It's just not. But people have to do what they have to do. And I certainly want to, to the gym goers, fitness facility members, CrossFitters, whatever the case may be, do what's right for you. I mean, follow your heart. Do what you feel most comfortable doing. Whether that's working out at home or creating some, having some different things, working out outside, walking instead of, walking outside instead of going to the gym and walking on a treadmill. Whatever you feel best about doing, do that. Because only you know how you feel about the coronavirus and your particular odds of getting it. Just do what you feel comfortable. I'm always going to tell you that, not only in fitness, but in any aspect, in all aspects of life. Just do what works for you, and don't worry about it. Just don't worry about what people are going to say, what people are going to think. Who cares? You need to do you at this particular time. And so also for gym leaders, owners, whatever the case may be, you have to realize we're not going to bust out the SWOT analysis. This is not a business analysis / competitive strategy episode, but just keep in mind in terms of operations, the coronavirus is a threat to fitness facilities, as this article was certainly just highlighting. And so you got to do what's best for you. Communicate, talk to people, come up with a plan if you already don't have one. Be proactive in terms of what you're doing and how you and your team members are combating the virus, or just potential germs and bacteria and all of that. So keep those type of things in mind as you move forward. You don't want to be reactive and just get caught flat-footed months down the road with no plan, just assuming that it would never happen to you or your town or your facility. And so it's always best. What is that old saying? An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. So do what you have to do, make some things happen. Gave you some examples here of what facilities are doing, just even small minimal changes to minimize potential transmission or impact of coronavirus in facilities. And I know this particular article highlighted the Planet Fitness there and how they were handling it. And I did receive an email from Planet Fitness, from corporate, sent out an email. So this would have been on Tuesday the 10th. And the title of this article is Planet Fitness Health and Wellness Guidelines. So I'm not going to read all of this, but just briefly, Planet Fitness Health and Wellness Guidelines and Best Practices. Dear Rachelle, at Planet Fitness, the health and wellness of our team and our members is our number one priority. As part of our ongoing commitment to providing a clean, safe, and welcoming workout environment, we have extensive cleanliness policies and procedures in place to help protect against the spread of bacteria and germs. And it says there's a section on what we do. Our team members conduct regular and thorough cleaning of all equipment, surfaces, and areas of the club and gym floor using disinfectant cleaning supplies. In addition, we regularly complete overnight deep cleaning of the facility. Next section, what you can do. Wipe down, I'm actually going to read all of this. It's not very long. Let me just go ahead, for the sake of full context, let me read this entire email. What you can do. First, wipe down equipment before and after each use with the disinfectant spray provided at our sanitation stations located throughout the gym floor. Next, wash your hands frequently and thoroughly for at least 20 seconds with soap and water. Next, avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Next, cough or sneeze into a tissue or your sleeve or arm, not into your hands. Next, avoid close contact with people who are sick. And next, for your well-being and the well-being of others, if you're sick, please stay home and take care of yourself. With cold and flu season upon us and heightened awareness around the coronavirus, COVID-19, please know that we are closely monitoring the situation and will follow instructions and recommendations issued by public health authorities or government agencies as needed. We're proud of our high cleanliness standards and the proactive, preventative measures we take to protect against the spread of bacteria and germs. Thank you for your ongoing support and shared efforts to help keep our community strong and healthy. Thank you. Chris Rondo, Planet Fitness CEO. So nice job coming from the top in terms of communicating and handling this situation. And so wanted to highlight that. So again, come up with a plan. If you don't have one, communicate, be proactive in your communications. Don't leave people in the dark. Don't have in the absence of information, people will make up information and gossip and all of that. That's how stuff spreads. Just be proactive in what you're doing, and you will come out okay. You'll come out okay. And so that's all I have on the coronavirus for today. But now, to close out this episode, told you it was going to be short today. To close out this episode, I'm going to highlight some good news that I saw. So this is the Wednesday, March 4th, 2020 edition of the Spinal Column. So I've highlighted this publication several times in the past on various episodes. But this is West Oakland, so Oakland County, Michigan, part of Southeast Michigan, Metro Detroit. West Oakland's News Weekly, because local matters is their tagline. So it includes a subset of suburbs in this particular area. Now, Novi is not included, but so let me read off the cities. Wixom, Walled Lake, Wolverine Lake, Commerce, Highland, White Lake, and Milford are the areas that cover this. We have the Novi News here for my particular suburb. So, was in Kroger's, actually popped into Kroger's, actually next to my own gym. So I would always regularly pick up the spinal column, as you all know. So, you remember last year, last March, I highlighted, this is what occurs, it happens, it's in this insert's in this paper every year, the Lakes Area Reader's Choice Award. So, this is the best of West Oakland County for 2020. So, highlighted this last year, I immediately flipped through and looked for the fitness category because, I live in Novi. I only go to the Walmart in terms of shopping, the Walmart in Commerce Township, as well as the Kroger next to my gym. And the chiropractor, from time to time, the one that helped me so much in terms of my lower back pain, but that's it. I don't do any other shopping in Commerce Township, so I just wanted to see the gym because obviously, I'm there all the time. So, as I opened this up and I looked at the winners by category, so see, opened it on up here, page 10. So from page 10, this is page 12, so it was just continuing on, and they've got ads and all things. So the best health/fitness gym, gotta love it. And who is there? What gym is there? First place in terms of positioning in bold lettering. Planet Fitness Commerce, my gym, gotta love it. And so we see Planet Fitness there first, number 2 Lifetime Fitness in Commerce Township, and thirdly Powerhouse Gym in Commerce. And so I did want to make a quick comment there on the Powerhouse Gym. So technically the Powerhouse Gym is located in West Bloomfield, but I would argue, and I absolutely understand why it was included there, which you didn't hear West Bloomfield as being one of the cities that is included in terms of coverage of, in terms of their articles and news and all of that for the spinal column. But this is a unique situation where there's just a road. You have to kind of picture this for those who, many of you, are not Metro Detroit residents, so you couldn't quite understand or not too familiar with this area. So there's one road. So there's Haggerty Road, which is a dividing line in this particular case. So the Powerhouse Gym, and this is actually the newer one that opened in the spring of 2018. So the Powerhouse Gym is on the West Bloomfield side of the street. But if you were to cross that road, you're actually going to be in Commerce Township. There's a dividing line. That's Haggerty Road is north-south. And so you've got the Powerhouse Gym, just again going north, yes, on Haggerty Road. You've got Powerhouse Gym on the right, and then you've got the Commerce Township border, which is right there on the other side of the street. And so that's why, and when I look at this, again, I'm thinking from a competitive strategy standpoint, just from a market potential standpoint, Powerhouse Gym is more of a threat to Commerce Township gyms, Commerce Township gyms, than West Bloomfield. It's more of a threat because of where the location is. Very, very close to Commerce, and in that particular area, north part of Novi, as opposed to West Bloomfield. West Bloomfield is pretty large, pretty significant, and so there's a whole lot of West Bloomfield that is far away that would require people to drive a distance to get there, and I'm sure many of them do, but I can understand why they listed Powerhouse Gym Commerce, because it truly is in terms of market potential and potential membership, new member acquisition, Commerce Township. It's more of an opportunity there as opposed to West Bloomfield, and it's interesting dynamic even with Powerhouse is it's Orchard Fitness, which is actually the name of a gym now in West Bloomfield. That is actually down the street from the newer Planet Fitness in West Bloomfield, but Orchard Fitness years ago was a Powerhouse Gym, and that franchisee, when some change of hands, and it went private, so that franchise no longer exists in that area. It's Orchard Fitness, where it used to be Powerhouse Gym, West Bloomfield, and so and that it certainly explains the decision to have this Door Powerhouse Gym, right there on the border of West Bloomfield and Commerce Township. Just a lot of opportunity, and of course the co-founder, Will Davis, you've heard me mention him a number of times. He built that newer gym, opened that newer gym in the spring of 2018, but also bought Powerhouse Gym in Novi. And his family resides in Commerce Township. So very, very close in terms of proximity there, but just wanted to give a little background information of why that was included. But I think it was certainly worthy of being included as members. Again, these are people that are choosing. These are choosing Reader's Choice Awards. So, when members are happy, they are happy to vote and then share the word. And this is, of course, not only true here in our Metro Detroit market, but this is true in all markets. You have happy members. They are willing to spread the word and do a lot of your marketing, the heavy lifting of your marketing efforts for you. That is so, so, so important. And so I just had to share that. I only talk about my gym from time to time because, number one, no one cares. I've been doing this for a long time. I know a lot about audience engagement in person in terms of training and speaking, as well as virtually and something like this. Last thing people want to hear in a very quick way to lead to a high level of audience disengagement is for me to sit up here and talk about my gym every week. So I know that I never do that. I've been doing these episodes for years. I've never done that. Will never do that. But I'm certainly willing to give my gym a shout out and props. And when well deserved, and they absolutely deserve it. I've been transferred my membership there in December of 2017. I was impressed then. I remain impressed, and certainly this is a tribute. Not only to the 2020, the current team, the 2019 team, staff team of Planet Fitness, but from its inception. They've had some good people from the very beginning. These type of things like this are not just sporadic. They tend to be cumulative when things are going well and processes are in place and customers are happy and satisfied, and so that's how you end up winning awards like this. And I remember last year I highlighted John's facility, which is Planet Fitness in Milford. His facility was recognized, and that gym was actually pretty new at the time, which was very noteworthy. And so, folks, I just had to give a shout out to my gym and my peeps for the great things that they are doing and have done, over the years and continue to do. And so that's all I have for that. So I wanted to highlight that. And so, folks, next time, actually going to delve back into leadership purpose. We're going to talk about the value of being driven by a sense of purpose and how that impacts our leadership in positive ways and negative ways. And yes, I'm going to give you some examples from my own life and regarding when my purpose has been misaligned and the negative results from a leadership perspective and the negative results that certainly happened as a result of that. So stay tuned for that. And I can't wait to tell you about my exciting day as an election poll worker, volunteering, seeing and meeting all kinds of wonderful people, seeing a lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time, and having a number of people, Powerhouse members, approach me and tell me that they recognize me and wherever I've been, whatever. So anyway, that day was a hoot. So folks, can't wait to tell you about it. But until then, think long and hard about your coronavirus strategy and make some stuff happen. I can't wait until next week. Stay tuned for more. Until then, make it a great day.